Numerous people, go on numerous dates, like 5 or 6. So why am I wasting my time focusing on one person when I can have me like 7 boyfriends?
Ladies date 5 or 6 men at a time until you find a man.
They want loyalty while they talk to 3, 4, 5 other people.
Because everybody's trying on things, but nobody wants to keep what fits. And you finally wake up to the fact that options do not mean alignment.
I'm telling you good morning, if I'm telling you good night, if I'm asking have you ate, and you being dry, I'm not gonna give you that same energy.
Embrace your spirit. Now you want to come up on Beyonce's internet talking about, I'm a victim. My ex is a narcissist.
I could give hams to the homeless this year for Christmas with the amount of miles that I fed going on first. I could be driving a Ferrari.
Believe women also should have 4 to 5 boyfriends. Now hear me out, okay? This is the thing. Don't come and say, oh, V is doing this, V is doing this. This comment says, you two have numerous guys, put feelings aside, it's just dating, it should be fun. This comment is relating to the video I posted a couple of weeks ago when I said somebody broke my heart and all of that stuff. So many people gave me nice comments. So many people gave me awful comments. It is what it is. It's life. We move on. Now, the thing about me is that I have this wrong habit, right? That when I am in a talking stage or I'm in a situationship, I don't know how to have numerous. Like, I do one. And it is wrong. Here's why it is wrong. Because this person that you are actually in the talking stage with is also doing things with other people. I had this talking stage a couple of months ago, and I am this kind of person that, like I said, when I'm talking to someone, I like to focus on that. It is wrong, ladies. Don't do it again. Talk to numerous people, go on numerous dates. I'm not saying have intimacy with numerous people. If you want to, it is fine, right? Because I personally feel from experience, when you focus on one person, all just on one thing, at the end of the day, your mental health is fucked up. Your mental health is ruined, because when it breaks, when it ends up like going south or anything the way it's gonna happen, you will be like, oh, why did I focus on that? But you can easily run to like person number 2, person number 3, person number 4. The only issue with having all of those things is it's so hard to keep up. But yeah, now I have just decided that, you know what, I'm going to have numerous of it. Because why not? I deserve good things too. Don't focus on one person. Because that one person you're focusing on has like 5 or 6. So why am I wasting my time focusing on one person when I can have me like 7 boyfriends?
Date 5 or 6 men at a time until you find a man that's a true provider. Because you've been wasting years on a man, 5 years, 6 years, just to find out he's not the man for you. We ain't doing that. Find you a man that's going to take care of you from the bottom of your feet, oh my goodness, to the top of your head. Look at that hair, family. Look at that hair. Even if a man can't afford it, he'll sacrifice to make sure you look good because he knows you're a representation of him. When a man loves you, he's going to provide your every need. When a man loves you, he's going to make sure every other man knows you're taken off the market. Why you with a man, you still struggling? Why you with a man and you still look single? Hair unkept, nails unkept, and some of y'all got your hair and nails done, but your man still got you paying your own bills, but he laying in your bed. Where they do that at? Ladies, you are the portals between the seen and the unseen. Look at this woman's skin. That's the apple of Eve. You produce nations and kings and queens. How dare he not take care of you from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head? Look at my baby. And she's pregnant. Oh, praises. Look at her. Ooh, wait. Angles, hold on. Angles. Hold on, baby. Hold on, baby. Angles. Oh, praises due from outside. Ladies, date 5 or 6 men at a time until you find a man.
You can't make this up.
That's gonna have your skin glowing, your bills paid, and the broke man screams simp because they can't afford it to say nothing else. Simp!
And who's that? Oh, it's Mr. MVP, Simp!
If you love and provide for all praises.
You guys already know it was him. See, he said they're gonna say simp because they can't afford it. The simp master, but he's not just a simp. He's the president because he's getting paid for it and getting paid very well. Ladies are paying this man and he's living. He's out having a good time on these ladies' dimes. You guys got to see the comments and what's happening. And they don't see why we're facing a lonely epidemic for females, right? Look at this. I so approve this message. I've been saying it was called toxic. So you were called toxic by ladies that have some sense, right? Because it is. This is so true. Love it. So you're saying this on the internet and you don't think men are watching? You don't think men are going to pick this up? You don't think men are saying they're done? And you ladies wonder why things are so bad, right? They wonder why times are so hard. But look what's going on. You got things like this carrying on.
Videos on my For You page, and I think that it is finally time to discuss the female loneliness epidemic. Because I know the men have had their own thing, and I'm not here to talk about that. I'm not a man, right? But I will say that the men are more built for it than us. We are not built for this. We don't know how to be alone. These men have been bottling up their emotions and not sharing them with anybody since they were 6, 7, 8 years old. Some of us have never done that. We've always had someone to talk to, a friend, a family member, a significant other, something.
They not like us. They not like us.
And it seems like in 2025, the girls are running out of options because the dating market is terrible. Y'all are literally making fun of girls that are in happy, healthy relationships, saying that having a boyfriend is embarrassing. Miserables. And then y'all also don't have any friends because anytime somebody reposts something that you disagree with, oh, that's how you feel about immigration policy, you're not my friend anymore. Now y'all don't have any freaking friends. Like it's not gonna end well if your requirement for somebody to have a relationship with you is that they have to be on the exact same page with you 100% of the time. No one is. We are all people with our own thoughts, feelings, emotions, and ideas. And if you don't respect that in another person, then of course you're going to be by yourself. There's no one else that's going to fit that mold. I'll have to learn healthy communication skills. You have to learn healthy relationship skills. Go to therapy if you need to, do something. But if you are sitting at home right now and you don't have 5 friends that you can call, no man, and your family members just don't get you, I promise the only common denominator in all of those scenarios is...
You're born alone and you die alone, and this world just drops a bunch of rules on top of you to make you forget those facts, but I never forget.
Bro, I promise, once you stop talking to her, you gonna be in your feelings. She not. Because I swear, I remember I was talking with this one girl. We was talking for a few months. Once we stopped talking, bro, I promise you, I was still thinking about it. I was still thinking about it every night, like laying in bed, like, damn, like, what did I do? Like, the whole situation, thinking about, like, how it went down and everything. I go on her Instagram stories, bro. Nothing but her being out clubbing and at the party. Like, I'm like, damn, like, it seemed like nothing ever happened. Like, she posting endless stories, just looking like she just having a blast, you know? And I'm like, my dumb ass, I'm like, I keep going on her page. I keep looking at it. And I'm like, damn, that's how you moving? Like, you just feel like it's just, like, nothing even happened. And I'm sitting there worrying about the night, like, damn, what did I do? And I even blocked her. And I'm like, I unblocked her after that so I could look back at her page and see what was going on. I'm like, I'm sitting there worried about this and my feelings about it and checking on her page. And, bro, she don't give two about me. And that's what I got to start realizing. Like, women move on differently from men. They don't give a fuck. We be the ones caring.
You know why guys are the ones caring? because you see the proof is here. They're dating 5 to 6 men at a time, 4 or 5 men. It's being promoted by simps, King Simp himself, and other King Simps to get a payday to date 4 or 5 men. And ladies are eating up. Yeah, I've been preaching this the whole time. That's why I show things like, I've been preaching this the whole time. They said I'm toxic. Like, it's crazy. It's the Matrix. This is why people say in the West, you're living in the Matrix because things switched, right? It was one of those like Transformer switches. That's how quick society switched. And it's crazy. It's gotten out of hand to where, and they wonder why guys aren't dating. Why would a man date? Look at him. This man is broken. You think he's going to carry it the same way next time? No, he's not. He's going to be cold. Why? This same thing happened to me. I was about his age. Seriously. I'm not lying. I'm 44 now, but after this happened to me, what do you think happened? I got more cold, right? So other men are getting more cold without even going through this. It's sad because some guys really haven't dated like that and are not dating because they're confused. But there's a way though, going overseas. But still though, even though guys want to go overseas, you do have to learn those soft skills. But it's hard though. You can't even use pickup game. Like those usually the soft skills. Back in the days when Red Pill first started, guys were getting soft skills. Now, done. Those days are over.
I feel like the concept of dating is ruined, especially in our generation, because people, they want loyalty while they talk to 3, 4, 5 other people.
Make it make sense.
It's like, how do you want to have a relationship and have the benefits that comes with dating somebody and really getting to know somebody, but you also want to do that with 3 other people? It just does not work like that. And it's like, it shows that people want the loyalty, they want the benefits, they want the intimacy, they want the bond, they want the emotional support and all that good stuff that comes with dating somebody, but they just don't want the commitment. And to me, it's just like, you just shouldn't be dating if that's the case, because that's what comes with dating. Dating, I feel like, is the first step before you get into a relationship. You know, the point of dating somebody is to what? Explore them, see if you guys have a connection so that you guys can what? Settle down. You can't do that if you're doing that with a bunch of other people and wanting commitment and stability and intimacy and all that other stuff from multiple people at the same time. It's like, how do you expect to find somebody that you do like and find somebody that's on the same page as you while doing that? It's like, you're not really looking to date. You're kind of looking for a bunch of options, and people think that they have options when they really don't. Like, we don't have as many options as we think we do. So when it comes to dating, I feel like that conversation needs to be had first thing. Like, what are we doing? Are we talking to other people? Are we just dating each other? Like, what is it?
She said it, and I think back to what the first lady said in the first video. She said, date 6 to 7 guys and sleep with as many guys as you want. Things that are being said on TikTok. Like, seriously, it was bad before, but once TikTok came out, woo, you ladies been spilling the beans, and you're doing it all for a check. But the wild thing is, I believe you. Most men watching believe you. You're not lying, right? You ladies are getting it. You know what makes it more wild is you ladies are doing it on podcasts. That's where you're exposing it. Not podcasts, but yeah, they're doing it there too. But you're doing it while you're drunk at night and live interviews. That's why I love watching things like The Desirable Truth and all of these other guys that hit the streets, because they're catching these girls while they drunk and they're spilling it all. And men are getting this. Men are taking notes going, okay. But yeah, y'all don't understand why dating is done? This is why.
As our phones keep us surrounded by faces, followers, and flattery, we confuse attention with availability. But just because somebody likes your picture doesn't mean that they could love your soul. And just because they reply to your story doesn't mean that they're ready for your story. You call them options, but most of them are just distractions. Imagine this. You're standing in a store surrounded by beautiful clothes. Everywhere you look, you want everything you see. You would wear all of it. It's amazing. But guess what? Only one of those items actually fits you. The rest only look good on the hanger. That's kind of like what relationships have become, because everybody's trying on things, but nobody wants to keep what fits. And see, right now, your ego is telling you you've got all these options, but that's only until life humbles you and you finally wake up to the fact that options do not mean alignment.
Go get our garbage.
Because not every attraction can hold your values, and not every vibe can handle your truth. Not every hey has a future in it. So don't you dare go throwing away the person who chooses you for people who only notice you. That's not abundance, that's arrogance. This whole illusion of options is the fastest way to end up with none. Because real options require connection, character, and commitment. And those aren't in your DMs. Those are built through discipline.
And men aren't dealing with it anymore. Men understand what's going on. Like, you ladies are done.
Couldn't agree more.
Yo, I have come across 2 videos in the last couple of weeks of 2 different women who were in long-term relationships where their partners who they lived with just stopped speaking to them. One was a boyfriend, one was a husband, one was for a week and a half, the other was 2 weeks, and they've gone full mute. And I cannot believe that this has happened to other people, because when it happened to me, I literally felt like I was tripping. And I didn't really have a lot of people that had experienced this, but I cannot believe how common, sorry, I got a phone call, that these grown men will literally use under communication as a means to end a relationship. And a lot of people were commenting under their videos like, oh yeah, he's definitely cheating on you, you need to just leave, I could never, blah blah blah. Which is really easy to say, but when you cohabitate with someone and leases and children and marriage is involved, it's never really just a matter of I'm gonna get my stuff and go, always. For me, I know at least, I didn't think that unfaithfulness was an issue at all, but I will say that someone maliciously and intentionally under communicating, withholding communication, starving the relationship of emotional intimacy and safety is so fucking cruel to me. Like, I remember sitting there living with this person who voluntarily moved into my home after a year of being long distance, and he would randomly go on these bits of not speaking to me for sometimes just an evening, sometimes, you know, a day. The longest was 3 days. And when I brought it up, he was like, well, you didn't speak to me, so I'm not speaking to you. Mind you, this man's 34 years old. And so I was just like, what the hell? Because I was trying to be super considerate of him moving in. I didn't want him to feel emasculated. He's trying to get a new job, a new city, get a new routine. Like, I understand what it's like to be in a new environment and get yourself situated and also be in a relationship. And so I was trying to be super, super considerate of him, only to find out that, like, he literally felt like I did not deserve to be spoken to while we're living in an 800 square foot apartment. And it was cruel. It wasn't like, hey, I just need a shower after work, get myself together, love you, everything's cool, I'm locked in with you. It was like, I'm just not speaking to you because I don't have to speak to you, and I don't want to speak to you, and I'm not going to speak to you unless I want to. And then when I want to speak to you, you better open your mouth, otherwise it's going to be a problem. So he was so trying to set the tone and temperature of our home, my home, of dysfunction and discomfort and hot and cold. And you know, personally, I would rather someone just cheat on me and stop speaking to me, period. And be like, look, I got something else, I'm seeing somebody else more entertaining than you, I'm gonna go, cool. But when you're in that moment and you're trying to digest it and you're at the stalemate of someone literally not speaking to you and someone that you really love, it'll really throw you for such a psychological and emotional loop, especially because you're almost fawning. You're trying to find a solution. You're trying to figure out, did I do something? Did I say something? What did I do? You know what I mean? And then you come to realize, like, this person's doing this intentionally. It's cruel. They are fine living in strife. They're fine not speaking to me. They're fine if I go to work and never come home today. Like, they would not have any questions. They would text me, nothing. It's just such a mind trick. And I cannot believe how many women in these comments have experienced this. Because if you're going to be in a romantic relationship, you do not have the option to not speak to your partner. If you don't want to speak to them, don't date anyone, period. If you want to be a mime and mute and emotionally abusive to people, like literally go live under a rock. Don't date people and then do that, or marry them. The hell?
Man, what men demand nowadays is reciprocation, right? And what's so wild is, why don't you speak first? If that's what you're feeling, if you see something, say something. You automatically assumed, and you talk to your girlfriends, that man needs to leave. I hope he finds this video. She's getting information from other girls and she's making it worse. She's going on TikTok posting this, getting information from the entire internet. And they wonder why men are done. What kind of man can be with a girl like this? Seriously, you're taking information from girls that cheated on their man every day. You're taking information. The girl said the man just didn't speak to you. And he's right. He said, you didn't speak to me.
Ladies, if you want to know why dudes just like get into your life and then just stop talking to you like 2 weeks after, like the first week they might tell you good morning, and after that just stop, just stay tuned. Number one, us men tend to match energy. So if I'm telling you good morning, if I'm telling you good night, if I'm asking have you ate, if I'm asking you how's your day going, and you being dry, I'm not gonna give you that same energy. Eventually, I'm just gonna give whatever you give me, that's what I'm gonna give you. So if you being dry with me, I'm gonna be dry with you. If you ain't text me back, I'm gonna stop texting you. Simple. Number two, this one, low key, this one kind of tough. You feel me? That mean old dude really ain't want you from the jump, and he just wasting your time. So if he doing that, this is what you gotta do. I'ma show you how to get back. You go ahead, get dressed, get clean, do whatever you gotta do, and go ahead and holler at this homeboy. Talk to his dude. I swear to God, he gonna be pissed. I'm just playing,
man. I hope you're playing. They saying anything on the internet, but maybe he was joking. I don't know, but it wasn't funny. Nah, I'm not laughing. Ha 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 ha. That's some funny laugh. Ha 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 ha. And y'all heard seen me laugh before. Y'all saw me laugh before. You know I don't laugh like that. Ha 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 ha.
I got drunk and I'm like trying to quit drinking, and I'm insane. When I get to a certain point of drinking, it's like all my demons come out and I turn into a monster. Yeah, I do. I like to ruin my whole life. I do. Yeah. If you've ever been victimized, if you've ever been hurt by me while I'm up, I sincerely apologize to you. It's legitly not me. It's not me. An entity takes over my body, my spirit. That's why spirit.
Oh yeah, yeah. The husband needs to leave her ASAP. She's getting drunk. She's not just getting violent. She's doing sexual things too, and he knows it. Leave. Run. Very fast.
All right, listen, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. You won, ladies. I'm done dating. I can't do it. The dating world's so bad. I can't. Do I got food pantry stamped on my forehead? Somebody answer me that question, because the amount of food and mouths I fed going out on dates, that's how I feel. I could give hams to the homeless this year for Christmas with the amount of mouths that I fed going on first. I could be driving a Ferrari. I could be driving a Ferrari right now with the amount of money I spent on first dates. I can't take it anymore. And listen, I get it.
This is exactly why a lot of men are just done with dating. They're frustrated because they're doing what they think they're supposed to be doing. They are putting a lot of time and effort and money into the first date. But when ladies don't appreciate that and they go into those first dates with very low energy and very little reciprocation, the date is not going to go well. And that just leads to a lot of these failed first dates. But for women, they will just keep going on these first dates because they're not really putting anything into it. It's different for men, which is why men are becoming more and more careful about who they're asking out on that first date and what that first date looks like. He might rather suggest a coffee date or a long walk. And I think that those are good solutions for men. But the problem is that a lot of women still have not adjusted to it. They think that if a man doesn't spend a ton of money on her on the first date, that he either doesn't have it or doesn't like her very much. Not true, ladies. He's probably just a good man that's tired of feeling used.
May need to hear this, but hear me clear. If you got a man that loves you, if you got a man that's trying, that's doing everything in his power to get better and rise to the occasion of loving you, stay there. Because it's easy for you to be like, I can have anybody I want, because you can. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want me, and that's probably true because you're beautiful. But you will quickly find out that a lot of the motherfuckers that want you, you don't even want. And a lot of men that want you will never love you, will never try as hard as the man that you are with right now, will never rise to the occasion of loving you. Sometimes that's the illusion. You'll be like, oh, you don't know how many men ask for my number. You don't know how many men I can have anybody I want. You don't be wanting people. That's very rare. So if you're in a relationship with a man who doing his very best to learn you, to love you, to get better on behalf of loving you, stick around, because I'm trying to tell you that a lot of people want you, but a lot of people don't have the capacity to keep you, love you, or take care of you. Do not let the illusion of all these men wanting your number and liking your pictures and getting in your head eat you out of a good person that actually care about you.
Full, smart, hard. If you're a girl and you're beautiful, smart, hardworking, and driven, you are most likely single right now. And all the guys are gonna get pissed right now, but it's so true. I honestly just think the options are so limited because hear me out. So like as a girl, you want to find a partner that exceeds you in every single area. So like you want someone that looks better than you, is smarter than you, is more hardworking, has better like social characteristics. Like you look for a partner that has like better qualities than you, or at least like meets you. And not to be an absolute bitch of a person, but it's like when you're a girl that has all of it together, looks good, is hardworking, makes a lot of money, it's like, where do you go from there? There's so limited options. And then it's like the guys that are good options that would fit your standards are just cunts because like they have every option in the world. Because there's no absolute way I'm marrying someone that makes less money than me, isn't as funny, or like doesn't have as good people skills. Like there's just no way that that's happening.
You know, if 3 years ago someone told me that I would be coming up online criticizing some of the trifling fuck women are doing and defending men, I would have been like, what? What you mean? Like how the tables have turned, where all of the trifling shit that women would complain about back in 21, 22, they're doing it in 25. They're straight doing it in 25. Like, how do y'all complain about men are not putting in effort? Men are not being intentional with the dating. Men are not doing X, Y, Z. And then when they meet a man that does everything, checks all of the blocks, you turn around and treat him like and ghost him. Huh? Ooh, may that karma find you. And that karma is going to be ugly. Like the very first video that I come across is a guy on the verge of tears, and he is irritated, and his feelings is 1000% validated. Because what you mean, you talk to a girl for 2 whole months, you plan everything out, you are taking time off from work to take this girl out on the first date, and this bitch ghosts you, straight up ghosts you. Ooh, may that karma find her. May that karma find her. And after listening to his story twice, just to make sure that I'm not being biased about it, I was like, these are the same birds that will come up on Beyonce's internet talking about my ex is a narcissist and I'm a survivor and I'm a victim. Nah, you're the problem. You are the problem. Between listening to that and Checo's content, oh my God. The problem is the women. And I'm going to keep saying this with my whole ass chest. The reason why the dating is hot, piss, and is because of the women.
I couldn't agree more.
Is because of the women. Because y'all come up on Beyonce's internet and say with your whole ass chest that you don't want a guy that treats you good. You don't want a guy who's intentional. You don't want a guy who sits there and pays for everything. Because the standards, these high-ass standards that you have for him, you don't like him. And that the dude that you really like, the dude that you're willing to have put you through the mattress like a spatchcock chicken, he ain't, he'll never, it will never amount to, he ain't even got a job. And that you lower the bar, and you lower the standards for these types of dudes. Hell, you give him money. And so it's mind-boggling how after he puts you through the ringer and he treats you like shit, he breaks your spirit, now you want to come up on Beyonce's internet talking about, I'm a victim, my ex is a narcissist. No, sweetheart, that was your fault. That was 100% your fault. And that after he done put several babies up in you, and maybe give you HIV, because now y'all going around talking about you don't even like wearing condoms, and that y'all trying to normalize HIV like, oh, it's just a pill that I got to take for the rest of my life. Oh, you hoes are nasty. Y'all are nasty. So hopefully the men are paying attention to the that y'all are admitting to on the internet and moving accordingly. Because I tell you this much, none of you hoes are good enough to date my son.
See, you see what she said at the end? And that's what's happening. The men are paying close attention. In those days are over.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.